Death to hustle culture. This is an easy one-way ticket to burnout. And so we're going to be talking about this first in a content creator sense, and then I'm also going to touch upon a workplace sense because I have experience in both. So hustle culture became very big, especially in the 3D realm, and it really works in the 3D realm because you have to be very consistent. We see that you do hard work, you have to hustle hard to get what you want. We also have heard the message from Gary Vee, hustle. You gotta hustle. Content is king. Content is still king, but hustling is not the way to go, especially moving into the 5D, which is actually your inner reality. Unconditional love. You gotta love yourself. And so with hustle culture in a content creator sense, and I see this a lot with creators around me and myself included, I've gone through this so many times. When we live with the mindset of you gotta hustle to get what you want, you are essentially, you're working so hard to the point where you can lead yourself to burnout. And then once you hit the stage of burnout, you start to become very hard on yourself. And when you become very hard on yourself, you're struggling to get some more content out, get more pieces of work out there. And then the quality just dwindles. It goes away. And now content is still king. There's ways that you can work around doing this. But I want to spread light onto the fact that it's best to work out of inspiration instead of fear. When you have inspiration, hit it while it's hot. Post while you're inspired. Why? You're feeling inspired, you're raised up on the scale of consciousness, your vibration's high, and it'll translate very positively for you. Now, when you operate out of fear, when you are struggling to get your content out, you're like, oh, I have to post this piece of content today. I have to get something out today. You are already in that survival paradigm, and your vibration is low. And so that's just going to translate outwards. So it's very important to hit it while the iron is hot. Post out of inspiration. When you create something out of inspiration, your vibration's high. When you're creating something out of fear, the vibration is low. It's not going to translate into anything. Content, there's a way to be consistent. You can keep pumping out content and being very consistent, but don't overwork yourself. Don't lead yourself to that point of burnout. You can batch content when you have that inspiration. Like for me, I'll use this video as an example. I can make this whole video when I'm inspired. I'm inspired to make this video, so I'm making this video. I made this video, and either what I do now is I just post the video out there, just the whole thing. Because that's the way I roll right now. But I could easily just cut this video into different segments and post it out there at different times. That's batch content. I have a lot of content. So I can essentially have 3 posts in one day if I wanted to. Now, because I was doing this in the past, I used to longboard, make a piece of content, boom, that's my content, post. Next day, I didn't have anything else to do. I had to, I was throwing myself in the ringer, just being like, I have to go outside. I have to longboard. I have to edit this piece of content. I had to get this piece of content out today. I was just rushing. And this quickly led me to burnout. And this happened to me so many times. The main key here is to listen to your body. Listen to what your body needs. Rest is very important. Especially if you're a projector like myself in human design, we need rest. Everybody just needs rest. And the beautiful thing with rest is you get to hear your intuition. If you're constantly rushing, hustling, going for some piece of content, you're in constant motion. When you have that rest, you have that peace, you have that stillness, you have that quietness to actually receive messages, receive your intuition, listen to your intuition, and get the content out there. Find out what you need to do moving forward. And when you also rest, you don't have that opportunity for disease. Because myself, I find when I get sick, it's usually because I'm overworking myself. I'm stressed the fuck out. And now let's lead this into the workplace environment. I used to be a bartender and a server at Red Lobster. It was pretty cool, but I was at that place and I was overworking myself. As a bartender, I would have to make drinks for all the tables in the restaurant. I would also have to make drinks for the people at my bar top. I would also have to take the order for everybody at my bar top. I would also have to make the salads for everybody at my bar top. Get the Cheddar Bay biscuits. Those things are freaking amazing. I would have to get that for everybody at my table. And then on top of that, I had to take to-go orders. And with the to-go orders, I had to package up the to-go orders. I had so much on my plate. If the beer was out, I had to go back into the keg room and refill that beer. I was stressed the fuck out. And at that point, it was hard for me to ask for help. So I took everything on my own, which is terrible. But I continued. I did the work. I overworked myself so much. There would be sometimes I would walk back into the keg room and just fucking cry. I hated it. It was terrible. And so like, I was at that point to where I was doing so much work, I was overworking myself, and then I would get sick, or I get very resentful for the work, like for doing all this work and just not really seeing much in return. Like I was just overworking myself, and I see my peers around me doing half the work that I'm doing, and it just pissed me off. And so it's just like, what's the point of hustling if we're all still getting the same results? What's the point of hustling if it puts my mental in a very low place? It makes me stressed out. And then what does that even do for the workplace? I'm not essentially helping out the workplace much like I am at that moment where I'm hustling so much. I'm being seen as a good employee and getting the work done. But when I get sick, when I get resentful, that just makes me not want to do the work, or I'm not even able to do the work. So then what happens there? And so there's a place to where you do it out of inspiration. You take your own rest. Rest is fucking important. I just want to stress rest. If your body is not feeling it, rest. Because then once you rest, once you're rejuvenated, you are operating in a more productive way for the workplace, for your people around you. And when you operate in a such more productive way, you see so much more effective results. So I think it's very important to kill hustle culture and just work out of inspiration. And I'm not saying like killing hustle culture, death to hustle culture is going to make you seen as like a bad employee or a bad person. It's not. It's actually going to improve your whole performance. We're just so used to seeing hustle, 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 hustle. I just want to keep saying hustle, 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 hustle. We're just so used to seeing that. But rest is very important. When you rest, you have the ability to tap into your own body, listen to your intuition, and find ways to move forward. It's like when you're in combat, you're in a battle, and your emotions rise up, and then you start to act on your own emotions. You're like, oh, I'm so fucking angry, I'm gonna, you know, like, and then like usually that character just gets fucking stabbed or something because they were acting out of their emotions. They weren't calm within the battle. So work on tapping into your body, being calm, having that rest, and just working out of inspiration. Because like chances are there's people out here that they want to do the work. Like you would literally just get so bored if you're not working, and so they want to do the work, but they have to do it in a productive, effective way. There's no point to overwork yourself. And that's all I want to stress out to you. If you have something that you want to comment on this, leave it in the comment section. Might make some more videos on this. But death to hustle culture. Listen to your body. Embrace peace. Rest. Rest, rest, rest. Welcome to the 5D.